out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, heavyweight class, weighing in at 250 pounds, currently 1-0 in Muay Thai, doing it for Unified Krav Maga. Let's hear it for Mitch Thompson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Mitch Thompson. This young man is 32 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 250 pounds on the dot. He has a 1-0 record in Muay Thai, and he is training out of Team Unified Krav Maga. All right, Darian, what do we know about this guy? What do we know about Unified Krav Maga?
So I actually don't know anything about Unified Krav Maga, but unlike all the other ones, I do know quite a bit about Mitch Thompson. We saw his fight last, I believe it was in January, against Josue Cedino, and he's got some really good technical ability for being a heavyweight.
All right, well, let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 251.5 pounds. Currently, we're undefeated 0-0 in Muay Thai, doing it for Team Brute Force. Let's hear it for Marcus, the Great White Buffalo Hackford.
All right, making his way to the cage, we have Marcus, the Great White Buffalo Hackford out of Team Brute Force MMA. What do we know about this guy?
Well, Marcus is a big boy with a lot of energy. He's definitely one of those fun ones to watch. I think this is going to be a great fight. Both of these guys have heavy hands and a lot of power. Kind of excited to see this one as a Muay Thai fight instead of as an MMA fight.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Last time we saw Marcus Hackford, he took on Mark Gonzalez, who's actually fighting later tonight. And he also, same thing, just had really good technical ability for being a heavyweight, and that was in kickboxing.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a kickboxing fight instead of an MMA as well. Now, the big difference between that fight and this fight, elbows are authorized, they're legal. Now, you see that they've got those elbow pads on. It's because this is an amateur Muay Thai fight, so they have to, in Utah at least, have to wear the elbow pads because those cut pretty good. So that's the biggest thing. The clench is authorized. It's fully legal. You can tie up in the clench. It's no 3-second rule. You can plumb the knees to the face. You can do all those awesome things that they can't do in kickboxing.
Slower pace so far than we've seen throughout almost every other fight.
Nice hands.
But both of these guys, they're just, you know, for heavyweights, typically you don't expect to see
good head movement.
Good head movement, just good movement in general.
Yeah. Well, and Hackford's thrown some really good hands, very accurate. You saw a minute ago that Mitch Thompson kind of tried slipping the outside and throwing a hook off of just a little bit of a parry, and as soon as he moved his head to throw that hook, Marcus Hackford landed a shot on him. So both of them doing technical things, but it definitely looks like Hackford is landing the majority of these shots that he's throwing.
Yeah, Hackford's just boxing combinations. He's even slipping some elbows into those boxing combinations. Looks solid.
Throwing an elbow and then, or sorry, a jab, jab, elbow with the same hand.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. And with Muay Thai too, when you look at the judges' side of things for points, elbows count for more than a punch. So if you land the shots with your elbows, it's going to be more impactful in the judges' eyes than landing just the punches.
Yeah. One thing that I did notice when I was going back and watching Mitch Thompson was his utilization of his range in his previous fight was pretty dominant, but I mean, there's not much height difference. There actually the shorter fighter.
Completely negated in this fight because Mitch is actually an inch shorter than Hackford.
Yeah. but they're still just doing a good job. But Mitch's boxing combinations are just looking crisp right now.
Nice elbows by Hackford. I liked just a second ago where they were both kind of going really slow, and Marcus was throwing a couple light jabs and light cross, nothing that was impactful, until he noticed it landing, and then he just opened up.
Yeah.
I like that. He's not wasting a lot of energy on shots that are not doing anything. Both these guys, both happy on that round. I'm enjoying this one. It surprisingly slower than I was expecting for this fight.
Yeah.
Both these guys, big boys. You know, you've got 500 pounds in the cage right now. A lot of times what you see out of guys at that size is a lot more aggression and throwing their body around, not just their hands and legs. So really surprised and yet not surprised, if that makes sense.
I mean, their composure for how many fights they have. I mean, I believe Mitch Thompson actually has quite a few MMA fights. I could be wrong.
Well, Mitch actually, on his record, that I'm able to pull up on, like, I would love to tell you all of his fights. I know he's got more than just this one fight, but all I'm finding right now is just this one. I'm not sure why, but you've got Hackford. He's got 2 MMA fights and then 1 kickboxing fight, but these guys, they're really composed. I like seeing that amount of composure when they're in the cage, the ring, whatever. They're trying to land strikes technically, instead of just, I'm huge and I'm going to fly it.
Exactly.
I'm going to cut through you.
And as heavyweights, it's smart to pace yourself. Like, that can often play to your advantage in the later matches if you pace yourself and your opponent doesn't.
That was a nice front snap kick by Hackford. Bringing up his knee like that a few times, kind of faking out, and then throws that snap kick. Didn't really land with any impact on it, but still, I like the setup for it, and I like the swiftness of it.
Just more solid boxing combinations from
Hackford.
Hackford, yeah.
Well, and that was a nice kind of response out of Mitch Thompson, too. He's throwing just the 2-shot combo followed by a head kick.
Yeah.
Didn't land, but it's still a good combo.
His defense is looking pretty solid. I mean, some of those are still slipping through for Hackford, but Mitch Thompson's defense is holding up pretty well.
It's about 1 out of every 9 shots thrown is landing on the face.
I would just like to see him have a little bit more output. He's doing good about answering at the end.
Nice spinning back fist. Yeah, but after a flurry or several combos are being thrown by Hackford, then you're seeing Thompson do a good response.
Another solid back kick. Or back fist.
Hackford's definitely the busier fighter in this match. Good way to end the round. Nice knee to the body. Good shots.
Mitch Thompson was able to sneak a little bit of an elbow in there. Didn't have much impact, but...
No. Well, I would have loved to see a trip right there instead of just a clean breakaway. One thing with Muay Thai, too, is trips, sweeps, is part of the game.
Yeah.
So you don't really see as many people that do more Muay Thai, or sorry, kickboxing and MMA specifically do those, because when you're training just kickboxing or boxing, it's not legal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't score points like a knockdown, and for the most part, they're not going to score it any different than landing 1 punch as far as the judges, score it. But it definitely takes a little bit out of your opponent to get lobbed onto the ground there when they're in a clinch. Like, all of a sudden I'm on my feet, now I'm on my back or
and if
on
they're
my
a
side.
heavyweight standing up, that's 260 pounds.
Yeah, you just have to squat yourself, bro. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit of that maybe added in on this, but great rounds by Marcus Hackford for the first and second round.
Yeah, Mitch Thompson, he had a bit of success. I think I may have seen him have a bit more success in that clinch range than he did throughout the rest of the duration of the round. So hopefully he goes into those clinches a little bit more, but it seems like he's having a hard time finding his
It kind of looked like he really wanted to land those spinning back fists. Like that was more of his game plan than to exchange. But I don't want to say that Mitch looks like he's outclassed. He definitely doesn't, but Hackford is definitely landing a lot more, and he's being a lot more effective in this match so far. I love
good
it.
show of respect
Nice
for
show
both
of
these
respect,
guys.
yeah.
And they've been having fun throughout this whole fight, like laughing and high-fiving after each round and stuff. So.
No, I love seeing that, and it brings it back to this is a sport, right?
Yeah.
It's not barbarians, it's not cavemen, it's athletes coming in here and putting on a show and testing their skills.
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
Ooh, it's a good setup by Mitch, but Marcus really is doing a good job of stopping anything that Mitch is setting up.
Marcus is doing a good job, too, of switching stances. I've noticed that quite a few times, and actively being able to use the different positions that the southpaw versus orthodox stance presents you.
Mm-hmm. And it's seamless on his transition between. I know personally when I switch to a southpaw stance, I look like a toddler trying to box for their first time. So, you know, the way he's able to kind of look as effective from both positions, it is impressive. Ooh! Love seeing heavyweights land those head kicks.
Yeah.
Ooh, again for that back fist.
The Great White Buffalo is able to keep these combinations going. Just the output, I believe, is the most detrimental thing that's affecting Mitch
Nice
Thompson
spinning
right
back
now.
fist by Marcus Hackford. So you're not the only one that can do that.
Oh, Superman punch.
Superman punches, they look fantastic. You got to set him up.
Yeah.
You have to set him up for him to be effective.
They're hard to land. They're cool to land, but
and they look awesome when you do them. that still photo that Amanda probably got for this fight is going to look fantastic.
Yeah. All right, that was a solid end to the round, but I think it's just the volume and output of Marcus Hackford, which pretty much he had more of the dominant. I mean, it wasn't a complete outclass, like you said, like he belongs to be in there with him, but that volume.
And the performance from Mitch Thompson was much better in this final round. He was throwing a lot more. The exchanges were a little bit more on the even than in the previous one, the previous first and second round. I think that Hackford definitely, because of the volume and the amount of strikes landed and controlling the fight, I think that Hackford probably won this fight, but let's find out what the judges say.
Throwing punches, throwing head kicks, spinning around, make some noise! And it's all over. They give each other a hug, nothing but love and respect, but between the bells, it was on. I got to give a big shout out to the crew that built this cage, man. That's 500 pounds of fight action staying off of my lap, so I appreciate it. Everything else going to the judges. Talk to your table. Who do you think got it? And I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. All right, I get both fighters to the center of the cage. You guys can talk later. One more time, make some noise! Here are your scores. Dan first with a score of 30-27. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Stephen Farragher with a score of, say it with me, 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the black corner, Marcus the Great White Buffalo Hackford!
All right, Marcus, let me grab you right here. That was a hell of a performance. Congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, man, this is the first person that's actually made me pretty tired in a long time. I always try to take credit for my cardio. I kind of do the Sean Strickland approach. Just go round after round after round after round after round. But, man, it was tough. Really nice leg kick. That spinning back fist caught me. You know, it was a good hit, man. But all credit to Mitch, man. He's a damn good warrior. I'm so excited to be here for SteelFist 100, baby.
All right, well, so friends, family, or sponsors that you'd like to thank?
Oh, yeah. Well, first, I want to give all praise to the Lord above, man. Through him, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He's my rod and he's my staff. I I want to give a shout out to my boy Richard and my boy Frank and all my teammates back home, my Brute Force, baby. We have nothing to lose and we have everything to gain. Just be watching. And where's my beautiful wife at? Where's my beautiful wife at? There she is. I love you, baby. I love you more than you can ever imagine. And thank you all for coming out here, for watching this. And there's one more thing, Dad. I love you so much, and thank you for being here with me. And you might not have been here, but I felt you spiritually in my heart, and I love you.
All right, congratulations on your win, brother.
One more time, make some noise before your winner, now 1-0, the Great White Buffalo, Marcus Hackford. We got to take pictures, and Mrs. Hackford, he has to take a picture with the Bud girls. He didn't ask for it. He doesn't want to do it. He has to do it. It's part of the contract. All right, guys, we are going to take a break in a minute, but first I got a couple of our sponsors going to come talk to you. I got Assassin Muay Thai at Team Link coming in to throw you some shirts. I got Elevate Water. One more picture, Mr. Buffalo. Big old smile. You are done for the night, sir. Congratulations and well done.